A couple of times when you was younger? And did they teach you what color Christ was? Okay. You think it might be important to know what color Christ is? Okay. What people you come from first, Chris? Black? Okay. African American? Okay. What's going on, big bro? African American. Come here, Chris. I want you to look at something. So African American or American Black? That'll be your people? Okay. How y'all doing, fam? Okay. I want to show you something, Chris. I want you to look around while I'm teaching. A lot of our people will reach out. We'll just greet them. Like you're going past. Hey, Chris, what's going on, Chris? And they will not even respond. You understand? Is that love or hatred amongst your people? That's hatred. One of the things that's happened to us is by understanding, which is the wrong understanding, this right here. This is what you've been raised on, Chris. You seen this image before? Or these images before?
I've seen that before.
Which one? Which one? Yeah. Yeah. So you said the ones of Jesus. That's what you've been taught Jesus looks like? Okay. So then who is this, Chris? You don't know? Okay. So we're gonna help you out, Chris. So you've been to church a couple of times. Have you ever read the Bible, Chris? No? Okay. So I'm gonna show you something. Because, and this is no fault of yours, but because you've not read the Bible and been taught the Bible correctly, you disconnected from the Bible. So now, is there crime in Pine Hills, Chris?
Yes.
Why? Give me some reasons there's crime in Pine Hills. And I'm gonna tie this into the color of Christ.
It's not really like reason.
You don't think it's reasons?
No, there's reason.
Let me ask you this, you got a girlfriend? You got a girlfriend? Okay. How old are you? 15, with a girlfriend already. Okay. What you gonna do if she get pregnant? What you gonna do if she gets pregnant? You gonna stick by her? That sounds good, Chris. That sounds good, Chris. How many people do you know that are older than you that had children, men, and they're not there with the children?
I'll see if we have one.
None? Chris, if you look around, if you just take a glance around at the men, I guarantee you a lot of them have children and they not with the mother. So your mother and father together, right? So you're proof.
Well, you're right.
You're proof, right? That's why I said it sounds good at 15. Yeah, she get pregnant, I would stick there. That's my son. How long you been with her?
It's been
2 months. Chris, you shouldn't even have no girlfriend.
Right.
You shouldn't even be thinking about girls right now.
Right.
So now, I'm gonna show you how we get violent. What one of your homeboys smash your girl? None? So this is the same girl that you would stick by. One of your homeboys smashes your girl. Huh?
I'm not gonna have nothing to do with her anymore.
But wait a minute. If she come back and tell you she's pregnant, and the pregnancy test says that you are the daddy, you just said out your mouth you was gonna do what, Chris?
Huh? Because she's cheating on you.
Oh, Chris. So we can't be hasty in our speech. So now let me show you something, Chris. All right, let's get the color of Christ. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tie this in for you. All right, tie this together. Read what you got.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
Now, while we're reading this, Chris, I want you to come over here. I want you to look at these two images. Read it again from the top.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
This is the one that you call Jesus. It said his head and his hairs were white like wool. Do you know what wool is, or the texture of wool? Who has the texture of wool on their heads? Sheep? Okay, what people have hair more resembling black? Like yours. Read it again.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Head.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet like it's of fine brass.
What color is brass, Chris? Brass. You ever seen a marching band? You ever heard of a brass instrument? No? How about a penny? You ever seen a penny? That's copper. It's like a form of brass, all right? Read it again.
And its feet like it's a fine brass.
So what color would that be, Chris? Okay, which would be or? Brown.
That's right.
Right? Brownish color, right? Listen.
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if it what?
Burned in a furnace.
So if you take a piece of brass or copper and you burn it in the furnace, what color would it become? Black.
That's right.
So wait a minute. This is what we've been taught. Woolly hair and dark skin. Does that look like woolly hair and dark skin, Chris? What about this? Because you know what? You can't read this in the Bible. All right? Now I'm going to show you the result of that. Give me Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. I'm going to show you the result of that. That's why I asked you about crime in the city, right? And you say, yes, there is crime in the city?
Let me ask you a question.
Don't worry about the homeboy. Is there crime in the city, Chris? Okay. Hey, I got a question for y'all. You know Chris, don't you?
Come check out these.
You know Chris. Come on over. Come on over, brothers. Come on over. What's your name, bro?
Louis.
Louis? What's your name, bro? Rashad? Okay, and Chris. So now I'm going to ask y'all the same question I asked Chris. I asked you two questions. Just two questions. First, what color is Christ?
They said he was white.
Okay, they say it. They said he was white.
Come look at these flies, sister.
Okay.
It's the Sabbath
Now.
day. We teach them about the Sabbath day.
We're going to show you that.
Y'all
That's
love
a lie.
God, my sisters?
Okay. Now my next question. I asked Chris at 15 if he got a girlfriend. He said yes. You got a girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
You got a girlfriend? No? You've had one before? And I asked Chris, now Chris, I need you to be honest now, all right? I asked Chris, I said, what if she became pregnant? What did you say, Chris?
If it wasn't by me,
No, Chris. I said I need you to be honest, Chris.
if you get pregnant, I would take care of me.
Right. You said I ain't going nowhere. That's my son.
Wait, I didn't know if you meant like.
No, Chris. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. I'm not changing the game on you.
No, I know. I was just saying. Like,
Okay. You said what, Chris? I'm not going nowhere, right? You know what that constitutes? Not that action of sleeping with her and her having a baby, but when you come together to raise a family, that's what we call marriage. Okay? How often do we see that in our community?
not much.
Not much.
Right.
Not much, because we don't honor and value each other as men.
Right.
Would you say that's true or not? Huh? I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked a brother before. You ever seen First 48?
No.
The show, First 48? You know what I'm talking about, right? What color do people usually doing the killing?
Black.
What color? You said white?
You see white people on First 48?
What color do people usually getting killed?
Black.
So it's usually black on black crime, right?
Right.
That's all that's portrayed on the news.
Right? And I agree with you, because it ain't like white people ain't killing each other either, right? But we're dealing with our people, right? So Chris said he would stay there for the baby. I said, what if one of your homeboys smashed? What'd you say, Chris? He said he out.
I'm gone.
He said he out. Okay. Now, actually, that's not the wrong answer. The problem is, first of all, at 15, how old are you, brother? 18? 18? None of y'all should be dealing with women yet.
Right.
Because, first of all three of y'all are inadequately prepared to take care of yourselves, let alone children.
Right.
But you're doing adult things.
Right.
Hey, at your age, I did it too. I'm not speaking like I didn't make them mistakes. You understand? But as we learn better, we got to do better, and we got to teach younger brothers like y'all, because you know what y'all don't know at 18? Child support.
Right.
Y'all know nothing about child support.
Wake them up. Wake them up.
You understand?
Right.
So now I want to read something about why we got violence in Pine Hills, and then I'm gonna get to the color of Christ, and I'm gonna connect the dots for you. All right? Watch this.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, and verse 1. Hear the words of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
The children of Israel, come over here. I want you, Rashad and Lewis, I want y'all to see this. Chris already saw this. I want you to find yourself on this side. Where you at? At the top. Judah, what about you, Rashad? And it goes by what your father is. Levi? So-called Haitians. Okay, very good, very good.
Sibwe.
Okay. So, hey, he's from the tribe of Levi.
Sibwe.
Right? I'm from the tribe of Judah. This brother's from the tribe of Benjamin.
Right.
Right? All right, read what you got again from the top.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1.
Yo.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
So now, reading the Bible, which some of us believed, and when I was younger, I thought it was too, a white man's book. The Lord is saying, hear the word, ye children of Israel. He didn't say hear the word, everybody.
Right.
I want y'all to pay attention to that, because y'all been in school. Y'all sat in a classroom at some time, right? If you in math class, and the math teacher is teaching, is he talking to the people in the English class 3 doors down?
Bring it out.
He's talking to who? The class in front of him.
That's right.
Read it again.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
Who's God speaking to? That's simple.
That's right.
That's real simple. Read.
Don't go too far.
For the Lord had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land.
So what does a controversy mean? Anybody know what that means? That word means? He got a problem. He got beef. Right? I got a problem with the Israelites in the land. Let's see why.
Because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land.
So now I'm going to ask you, what's the truth of God that he said is missing in the land?
There's no mercy.
Well, that's a different thing, but we're going to get to that. What's the truth of God, he said? Anybody know? Anybody know? Any of y'all ever been to church? You ever been to church?
Yeah, I've been to church.
Did they teach you what truth is?
Nah, not really.
No, they didn't. So we're going to teach you today. You got it? Psalms 119, 142.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
So the truth is what, Lewis?
Oh, wait.
Read it again. See? Yeah. See, Lewis? See, you in church right now, Lewis.
That's right.
You in church. Read.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
And I'm gonna tell you why y'all young brothers need to take this seriously. I'm being serious with y'all. Because who is gonna restore a people on the bottom?
Right.
If it ain't y'all.
Right.
Who's gonna do it? You gonna wait for the little white boys on their bikes with the white shirts
Wake
to
them
come
up.
in here and keep lying to you about what your God looks like?
Wake them up.
You gonna wait for the government that tells your sister, put your black ass out the house so she can get a check to come and raise our people up?
Bring it up.
Or are y'all gonna be men, and when we die, you gonna stand in our place?
Right.
That's the choice you gotta make. Read it again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. It's easy to sell dope and destroy your people.
Right.
I know.
Right.
It's easy to do that. The hard thing is standing up for righteousness, standing up for your people that don't even want to hear that they're the greatest people on the earth.
Right.
That don't want solutions to the problems.
Right.
That's not the easy thing to do. But it's the right thing to do.
That's right.
Read it again.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
So now, Rashad, what's the truth? Huh? And thy law is the truth. Read it again.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142.
See, I got children too. I know Lewis thought I was gonna call on him again. He's like, I'm gonna listen there because I'm gonna be prepared. I got children too. I know how I go. Read.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
So God's laws are the truth. Okay? So when God says there's no truth in the land, what's missing in the land? His laws, right? I'm gonna give you one. Well, it's truth. But his truth is the laws. Alright? Now I'm gonna give you one. Hold that. Because I want to show you why we on the bottom. I want to show you why we on the bottom. Because a lot of times, I grew up like y'all, And I used to, when I would sit around as a young man, drink 40, smoke weed, and try to figure out why our people, I didn't say y'all did that. I didn't say y'all did that. But I know a lot of, listen, I know a lot of your peers do that. You gonna tell me 18-year-old high schoolers ain't doing that when I can't drive down the street without smelling weed smoke?
Right.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Okay. So I just got a quick question for you. What's the solutions for getting our people off the bottom of society? Let me ask you this first, a little easier one. Do you feel like we on the bottom of society? Because a lot of our people have become comfortable. Yes. You say a lot of it's by choice. Whether it's by choice or not, do you feel like we're on the bottom of society? Because see, if you say it's by choice, that's even worse. You know Kanye said something similar to that, right? Okay. Right. What about what you doing today? How does what you doing today tie into that? Are people being on the bottom?
Oh, no, what you mean though? Like, what you mean?
Because you said it's by choice.
Right.
I'm not saying, you're not 100% wrong in saying that. Okay? But I'm asking you, how, with what you're doing today, watch out, man. People,
come up closer.
I don't want you to get hit, man. Especially if there's one of them angry black women that drive past, man. How is it, and look, I just met you. How is it that I can say that something you're doing today contributes to us being on the bottom of society? How can I say that?
How would what I'm doing today affect that?
Us as a nation of people.
Yeah, I'm saying
Keeping
how
us,
would,
yeah.
how would my day affect that?
That's what I'm asking you. How can I say that? Do you know? Okay. Because, first of all, we got history. Right? You ever seen images like this?
Not really,
No? Where's that other one? You've never seen images like these of our people? You've never seen images of our people picking cotton in the fields? Okay, the person with the whip, what do he look like? Huh? I'm just asking. A white guy. The person getting whipped, what they look like? Us, right?
Right.
So now, you said this is a choice. Who chooses to stand there and let a white man on the horse whip their ass?
You know.
I'm just asking.
Teach.
How long ago was that though?
Wait a minute. Just you said it's a choice. I'm just asking. Who chooses that life? Deuteronomy 28:15.
That's not a choice, obviously, but
So now I'm gonna show you. All right? I'm gonna show you. Deuteronomy 28:15.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Do you know what the word hearken means? Okay, what's your name, brother? I'm sorry. I'm Kim Will. What's your name? Anubis. Okay. Hearken means listen. Okay? Hearken is just another word for listen. It said, if thou wilt not hearken
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, the voice of the Lord thy God is the scriptures.
That's right.
Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
When it says to do, if you do anything, is that an action that's applied? Like, if you go to work and you expect a check at the end of the week, your employer expects what? Right. Action. Right? He'll expect you to just stand around and then he hands you some money, right?
Right.
Read it again.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So the Lord is saying that there has to be some action behind what he's telling us, all right?
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So he said that curses would come upon his people if they didn't listen to him and apply what he told them to do, all right? So now, we're getting into that choice you were talking about. So he's clearly giving us a choice.
Right.
Let's read verse 1. I'm going to give you the flip side of the choice. 28 and 1.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently.
Now this says, if you do hearken diligently, if you do listen, go ahead.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do
So it says again to do, go ahead.
all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
Above? Read that again.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Your brothers, you, me, our brothers and sisters right here in Pine Hills, does it look like we have a greater place on the planet than the other nations?
Bring it out.
Does it look like we're living a better life than the other nations?
Teach, cat.
Huh? I'm just asking. Don't look like it, do it? It don't look like it. But he said, if you do what I said, I'm going to make you above all people. But if you don't, I'm going to put curses on you. Let's see one of these curses. 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Look at this. We read all that, so we can go back here. Who chooses to have a white man sitting on a horse whip their ass?
Bring it out.
The question, president, not past.
And we're going to deal with the president, because it is. I'm just going to connect the dots for you and
Right.
show you that the mind of the black man and woman has not changed.
That's right.
That's what I want to show you. And I'm agreeing with you. So I'm saying, who chooses to get their ass whooped like that by a white man on a horse?
Bring it out.
Who chooses that? We did. Because he said, if you would keep my commandments, then I'm going to set you on high above all the people. And if you don't, I'm going to curse you.
That's right.
Would you say that's a blessing or that's a curse in the cotton field?
Make it plain.
What would you say that is, brother? Anubis, right? What would you say that is? A blessing or a curse?
Curse.
A curse.
That's right.
So that means that by choice, we didn't obey God.
Right.
So that's why he did that to us. Verse 32. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thine hand.
You know what might is? Might is strength. Right? So if our sons and daughters, like, for instance, DCF. You familiar with DCF? You've heard of them before, right? If DCF comes and takes children, what do they make the parent that wants the child back do? What are some of the things they make them do? How about parenting classes?
Right.
Right? How about pay fines?
Right.
Go to court? These are things that they'll make you do, right?
Come up.
So then who has the power and who's in subjection? The people that can levy that law against you and take your children have what? They have the power, right? And the other people are in subjection.
Right.
God said, if you would do my commandments, these things wouldn't happen to you. But if you don't do my commandments, this is one of the curses I will put upon you.
That's right.
Choices. Who chooses to get their children taken?
I gotta get going. He asked me for 3. I gave you more than 3.
Hey, it ain't about what you giving me, brother. It's about what you giving God.
That's
See,
right.
here's the thing. You've heard this word. When you stand before Christ, you can't never say you didn't know. So
Right.
don't think you gave me anything, brother.
That's right.
But now, let's read about buying and selling on the Sabbath.
got that
Let's
flag
show
up?
how Anubis, by choice, is keeping our people on the bottom of society.
This is the book of Nehemiah, chapter 10 and verse 31.
Hey, Yuri, tell him, listen to this. This is about buying and selling on the Sabbath. This is your choice.
And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we will buy not from them on the Sabbath day, nor on the holy day. On the holy day.
So we are not supposed to be buying and selling on the Sabbath day.
Right.
Give me that in Exodus chapter 35 and verse 16. Is that what I want? Or 3? 35 and 3. 35 and 3. Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
So we're not supposed to be cooking on the Sabbath day. We're not supposed to be buying on the Sabbath day. We're not supposed to be selling on the Sabbath day. We're not supposed to be cooking on the Sabbath day. So, Brother Anubis, that's how I can look at you and say, by choice, you keeping us on the bottom of society, bro. You got to repent from that thing.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you. And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word, His word, His word, His word.
So it is you must always have your mind thinking forwardly. That's why the scripture saying what it's saying. Read it again, Captain.
Where there is no vision,
If you don't have the vision to think beyond where you are,
the people perish.
you will perish. You understand? So we must continue to